Every few months, I feel like we wake up to something crazy going on in the sports world, and sometimes it involves an NBA player getting arrested. Here are top 5 NBA players who have been arrested, but before we begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that post notification bell so that you never miss a video. At number 5, Sebastian Telfair. Back in 2007, Telfair was struggling to get any playing time for the Boston Celtics. Telfair was in New York when he was arrested for driving with a suspended license and going 32 miles an hour over the designated speed limit. He also got in trouble for possessing a gun, because the officer found a handgun under the passenger seat. Unfortunately, this wasn't the first time that Telfair had gotten in trouble for having a gun either. He was caught bringing a loaded gun onto the team plane back when he was on the Trailblazers. It wasn't done here either. Telfair was arrested in 2017 after police found a loaded gun in his truck during a traffic stop. They also found another semi-auto weapon, a ton of ammunition, and marijuana in the vehicle. Telfair was then sentenced to 3.5 years in prison after being found guilty in front of a judge and jury. At number 4, Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is still around the NBA coaching some teams, which is surprising because he had some pretty serious charges back in 2001. Kidd was charged and pleaded no contest to spousal abuse charges and only had to pay a $200 fine and was ordered to go through some anger management classes. Pretty small price to pay for such a serious crime if you ask me, but giving him the benefit of the doubt, he did 6 years later get a restraining order against his now ex-wife and claimed that she was the one abusing him. At number 3, Delonte West. A lot of people know about the super weird Delonte West situation. A guy who had it all at one point, had to eventually live on the streets because he ran out of money, but Mark Cuban is now helping West out. However, back in 2009, West was speeding on his motorcycle, got pulled over, and the cops found a handgun, another handgun, and a shotgun all in a guitar case. West pleaded guilty to the charges for weapons and was sentenced to 8 months of house arrest, 40 hours of community service, and 2 months of probation. West is getting his life back together though. After a video went viral of him panhandling, Mark Cuban picked him up and offered to pay for his rehab. West found employment in a rebound therapy center, the same center that took him in, and is doing much better for himself. At number 2, J.R. Smith. Now, to lighten the mood a little bit, we turn to J.R. Smith here. Smith was in Miami preparing for the offseason, and he was just strolling around on his own scooter, in which he didn't actually know he needed a license for, which he did not have. He was pulled over and got a ticket, and maybe wasn't exactly arrested, but this one was just a bit too funny to leave off our list. Hopefully Smith has gotten a license by now and can freely drive his scooter around wherever he goes. At number 1, Ron Metta World Peace Artest. Back before Artest got his stuff together, some would say that he may have been a bit of a hothead. Is anyone surprised that he's on this list though? We all know about the Pacers-Pistons brawl back in 2004. Artest happened to be a center point of that, and that's our first point. He was ordered to do community service and a year of probation. However, it wasn't done here though. In 2007, Artest was a member of the Sacramento Kings. Artest pleaded no contest to a spousal abuse charge from March of 2007. After he was arrested for that, he had to undergo 100 hours of community service, a 10-day work program with the local sheriff's office, and a $600 fine, as well as some counseling. It seemed like a comparable situation to the Jason Kidd situation that we mentioned earlier, and it seemed like Artest may have also gotten a very light sentence for what he did. Are there any key guys we left off our list? Any crazy stories that we should know about? Let us know down in the comments section below. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Top NBA, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. See you all next time.